All right, Bears fans, welcome back. Bear down. And yes, we are pumping out the videos today. I don't control when things happen, but when big things happen that I like, I go ahead and make a video about it. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that so it spreads this little algorithm thingy. If you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. I'm trying to grow this channel. As you can see by all the videos I'm pumping out, look in the description below. You'll see the ones I put out in the last day or two. I appreciate if you check all those out. There is some good stuff in there. I know I'm not the big channel yet, but you guys can help me get there, so I appreciate it. Big news today that's kind of got overlooked because of everything else that I was putting out. The Bears have signed. They've called up Collin Johnson to the active roster from the practice squad. So he's signed to the active roster for this week. This screams to me a Thomas Brown type of move. This is a little screen grab from the Marquee Sports Network from Bears Den. This is the difference between Shane Waldron and Thomas Brown in just one game. And it's not like we played a pathetic team, not like we played the Panthers in Thomas Brown's one game. We played the Packers, who are a strong offensive and defensive team. Yards per game, we put up 391 yards against them. Rushing yards per game, 179. 212 passing yards, 56.3% third down percentage. This screams to me that Thomas Brown liked what he saw in Collin Johnson in the Hall of Fame game. Collin Johnson, as you guys know, has been riddled with injury. He had his knee injury, was with the Giants. They were very high on him, and they looked forward to when he was coming back, but eventually had to part ways. He was drafted in the 5th round, 165th overall from the Jacksonville Jaguars, made his way to the Giants. The Giants ended up having to part ways. He's a big guy, and sometimes those big guys have those injuries. 6'6", 225 pounds. In his rookie year, 18 catches, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 2,600 yards and 15 touchdowns at Texas. But if you see in the comments here from these, I looked at Twitter, some of these screen grabs from the Giants, how excited they were for him to come back. It just never worked out with the Giants. So the Bears signed him to the practice squad. And of course, as you know, he had the huge Hall of Fame game. He and Brett Rippon hooked up for 3 receptions, 56 yards, but 2 touchdowns. And they were both really good catches for those touchdowns. And the sideline, there's the sideline grab right above me. That sideline grab where he caught that one just over the defender. He's got good hands. So to me, Thomas Brown's saying, hey, bring him up here. Let me have a shot. Let's bring him to the roster. Let's see what he can do. So here's the Bears wide receiver depth after the call-up. You got DJ Moore, obviously, Rome Odunze, DeAndre Carter, Keenan Allen. Tyler Scott, who I have no answer for why they're not using him more, at least putting him in a play or two. But Collin Johnson coming up as well. I would expect to see Collin Johnson get maybe a couple of snaps at least, maybe a target to him. I'm not saying he's going to come in and get 14 targets. I'm not saying he's taking over for Rome or DJ. That's not the case at all. But I do think they can play call something up for his 6'6" height. And with Caleb being able to just target him, I mean, look what Jordan Love has been so successful. He just hucks it down the field and knows his receivers there. Collin Johnson has great hands, 6'6". If you put something on the sideline for him and you put it only where he can get it, it's a great opportunity. So I'd like to see something like that happen this next week. Maybe he won't even get in the game. Maybe they're just calling him up and throwing a body there. But I would like to see him have a shot. But this is our current roster as it stands now. Sibba Webster still in the IR. You got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, Tyler Scott, Collin Johnson, DeAndre Carter on the active roster now. And still have Samori Torrey and John Jackson on the practice squad. So aside from that, the other news, Adrian Colbert has been re-signed to the practice squad. On the picture on the left there, that's when Ryan Poles from Hard Knocks. Both of these guys were Hard Knocks stars. Ryan Poles, when they had to release him, was very emotional, even shed some tears. Just loved his personality, loved his leadership. He's a very humble, very mature player. He was drafted in 2017 in the 7th round by the San Francisco 49ers. He's made his way to several teams, the Browns, the Jets, the Giants, and now the Bears. Ryan Poles loved him, and he was very loved among teammates as well. So both of these guys coming back. Will just take me off the screen for just a minute to show Adrian Colbert. Never really clicked in the NFL. You can see all his grades. Not very good. His rookie year, San Francisco, was decent. 73 overall defensive grade. But after that, getting less snaps, less production, less value. You can see his NFL passer rating, though, here. Let me bring the pointer down here. All here on the right here. Has come down as he's increased in the league, but he's very part-time player. Very coming in to back up. So he hasn't even played a snap in the NFL. He's played in preseasons, but not in actual NFL time since 2021 with Cleveland and New York Jets. I'm a fan of both of these moves. I am. I like both of them. Collin Johnson, I want to see what he can do on the roster. This screams Thomas Brown trying to give a boost to the team. really trying to put his fingerprint on this offense, and I love every bit of that. Adrian Colbert, a player that other players love, locker room type of guy, comes into the practice squad. I love it. I absolutely love it. So both these moves, good moves. A little late reporting on them because of everything else we had going on today, but I appreciate these things that the Bears are doing now. It gives me maybe some pseudo hope, but some hope that we're moving in the right direction. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though, and until next time, the Bears and bear down.